Hi everyone, today's video is going to be all about all matte eyeshadow palettes. So I feel like I don't know if trend is the right word, but it's becoming more and more popular to do an eyeshadow palette of all one finish. Right now for like the holiday season, I feel like there's quite a few all shimmer finish eyeshadow palettes. And I might do a video all about that. I'm thinking I might do that like tomorrow or something. I don't know. But today I want to talk about all matte eyeshadow palettes. A lot of people love just wearing matte eyeshadows, especially if you're like have more mature eyelids, because the matte just glides over it so much better than the shimmer, and it will kind of hide any kind of if you have any like wrinkles or anything like that. Personally, I don't really know how I feel about all matte eyeshadows. Today's eyeshadow look is all matte except for my inner corner. I have to have I don't have to, that's dramatic. I enjoy having a really bright, white, sparkly inner corner. But besides that, everything else is matte, and I actually really like the way my look turned out today. So I looked through my pretty extensive eyeshadow palette collection, and I realized I only have 3 all matte eyeshadow palettes, which was really surprising to me. I actually thought I had more, but I don't. I have 3. So let's talk about each one. I've actually done a full review. It's a very old video, but I did a full review on my Too Faced matte eyeshadow palette. This comes with 9 eyeshadows, and it's a very cool tone palette. You got 3 larger shades, a light pink, a white, and a like kind of neutral brown. Then you have your medium tone and then your darker tones. So I really like the way this palette is set up. It doesn't have a mirror, which I wish it did. But there is the Too Faced matte eye palette. I feel like it's kind of hard to get a full look with this. I guess, you could use this as your lid shade, but it just never turns out exactly like I like. This is a good palette, and, the shadow quality is really nice. I feel like it blends really well, but they're still pigmented. But it's hard to get a full look. So that is my 3rd least favorite of my all matte shadow palettes. Next, we have the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. This was a limited edition palette that came out at the beginning of the year. And it is very colorful. So it has 8 shades, and you can see we have, yellow, orange, pink, purple, blue, green, gray, and white. I really like that they incorporated a gray and a white to kind of like ground your entire eyeshadow look, so you do still have some neutrals. These shadows are very, very, very pigmented. I have done a full review of this palette as well. It has a nice mirror, and they're really nice. The issue I have with this palette is it's hard to blend. I have to sit there and blend and blend and blend and blend, and I feel like it never, not never, it does eventually come out, but it is much harder to work with. Pigmentation is nice. I really like the color range. I feel like I can get quite a few looks using just this palette, but I wish it was a little more blendable. And my 3rd and most favorite all matte eyeshadow palette also just so happens to be my newest, and it is this Besame Cosmetics Snow White and the 7 Dwarves eyeshadow palette. This palette is awesome. I love the packaging. I love that it's a book. It's very like storybook-esque. And then on the inside you have like some of the artist rendering from the actual movie. Kind of a story about this palette. And then you have your shades, and you actually have 20 matte eyeshadows. All of these are very, very, very pigmented, and they're also very blendable. I really love using this palette. I think that you have a really nice selection of shades. You have some blues, which is what I used today, as you can tell. You have some reds, which are really nice. These 2 shades, let's see. We've got Holly 104 and Brick 105. They're a little similar on the eyes, but besides that, it's just a really nice assortment of colors. I feel like you have a lot of cool tones, but you also have warm tones. Today, I used Saddle, Royal, Aqua, Mist, Pastel 101, and Pastel 105. I think that's all I used. So I used quite a bit. Another thing that I love about this, because if you watch me, you know I do love Disney. I love that each shade corresponds with something in the movie. So for example, this red 14 that's really catching, if you go to red 14, that is the lips when she is in like her iconic blue and yellow outfit. Pastel 6, as you probably guessed, is the color of the skirt of that iconic outfit. So I really like the way they tied that in. But I also just think this eyeshadow quality is really, really nice. And some of the best mattes that I have. So, kind of a quick and dirty video. I only have 3 matte eyeshadow palettes. And I think they're all good. I will say, in general, I don't like an all matte palette. I definitely prefer a palette with mixed finishes. Because I like a matte for like my crease. I like a matte for my brow bone. But I like a shimmer for my lid and my inner corner. So, I know it's kind of a trend and it's really popular, but if we're being honest, I prefer a palette that is multi-finish. But, as far as matte palettes go, this is what I own, and that's my favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it kind of helpful and fun and just a little unique. Let me know, as always, if you have any questions, suggestions, requests, or comments. That's kind of a tongue twister. Let me know down below, and I would love to get back to you. Talking to y'all is one of my absolute favorite things. And you know I always want to make videos you want to see. So if there's something you're interested in seeing, let me know. I have done a full review of both of these eyeshadow palettes, and I'll link those 2 below. I am not yet of my Besame Cosmetics Snow White palette, but it will probably be coming very soon. But again, this look is I created entirely using this palette, with the exception of the inner corner highlight, because I need some shimmer. But I really like these palettes. I just prefer multi-dimensional. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.